In this video, I'm going to show you why everybody is wrong and why we could expect that the bottom is in for Bitcoin. Yes, we're maybe going to see one last dump to the 23.6, but yes guys, the dump is cancelled and we could expect that Bitcoin is going to turn around exactly from these regions and that we could expect a major pump all the way back up to the 61.8 in the immediate short term, and why I'm going to tell you in this video. So make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and now let's directly start with today's content. So welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, we saw some volatility during the FOMC meeting exactly here, where we saw that the price movement got this rejection exactly at this trend line, and we can see that we came all the way back down to the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, and we can also see on the daily chart that Bitcoin is perfectly holding the support at the 13 moving average and also the 50 moving average exactly at the levels of $42,200 exactly here. And yes, I told you that this support box is going to hold significance because yes, we broke this trend towards the downside on the 4-hour chart, and exactly within this support box you can see that we have the 200 moving average, the 50 moving average, the 100 moving average, and also the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level exactly within this support box. So ultimately guys, yes, we saw this breakdown exactly from this trend line, but I expected yes, we're going to see this turnaround. Maybe we're going to dump one more time all the way back down to shake out all the weak hands. And talking about weak hands, guys, we need to really talk about what is going to happen in the long-term perspective, because what happened exactly at the high of Bitcoin, where we can see we've reached exactly the top, the swing high, yes, BlackRock and Fidelity and all these major institutions entered the market. What are they going to do? Yes, they're going to manipulate the market because everybody's at the moment extremely bearish, and a lot of people are calling for the $31,000 or even the $25,000 to be the next price target for Bitcoin, that we could see this major dump towards the downside. And I'm going to tell you why everybody's wrong and why we could expect that this is not going to happen, that we're going to see this continuation and this pump all the way back up to the previous highs. Because yes, let's go over to the first news. I posted over on X, is the banking crisis going to continue? Guess what will happen to Bitcoin? And yes, we saw this post from Bitcoin magazine. This is not a shitcoin. It's the New York Community Bank NYCB, which acquired failed Signature Bank assets last year, where we saw this major banking crisis has fallen over 40% today. Is this the beginning of a major collapse from the banking system? And that is exactly what I've been telling you. At the moment, it is riskier to hold all your money on a bank than it is in Bitcoin. Because yes guys, if we're going to go over to the next news, the US debt pile grows, American government debt surges. Because if we're going to look at the data, at the moment we are at 33.5 trillion in the year 2023, but if we're going to go all the way back in the year 2008, we can see that the US debt was roundabout at 10 trillion, and all the way to the year 2018 it grew in 10 years about 10 trillion US dollars. But guys, we can see the corona dump exactly here in the year 2020, where we can see that the US debt just went parabolic all the way up, and from the year 2018, where we were sitting at round about 20 trillion US dollars, all the way to the year 2022, we went up 10 trillion US dollars in 4 years. So yes, this is a parabolic run for the US debt. So guys, we could expect that the overall crypto market is going to pump if we're going to see that the debt is going to increase, because yes, ultimately this is going to mean that the US dollar is going to lose power. And yes, maybe this is why we are seeing these major institutions like BlackRock and also Fidelity entering the crypto space, because they know what is going to happen. Yes, the US dollar is going to collapse, because yes, if we go on the weekly chart of Bitcoin, guys, we're going to look at the previous cycles, because exactly here in the year 2020 we saw this major sell-off just before the Bitcoin halving, where the price of Bitcoin dumped all the way back down. Yes, this was a fast move and we saw this quick bounce all the way back up, and at the moment the overall crypto market is expecting this major sell-off just before the halving, and a lot of people are extremely bearish that we could dump all the way back down, even with the worst case scenario of 20,000 US dollars. But yes, if everybody is bearish within the market, we could expect that the market is going to do the opposite. And yes, these major institutions like BlackRock, they're going to manipulate the market, and everybody expects that the price of Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to this trend trend line and that we're going to see the sell-off just before the Bitcoin halving like it usually did. Yes, this maybe was right in the year 2020, but if we go all the way back to the year 2016, where we can see the Bitcoin halving was exactly here, I expect that we're going to see the same scenario, that we're going to see this consolidation and this accumulation phase just before the Bitcoin halving and no major sell-off, and that we're just going to continue with this bullish move towards the halving and this parabolic run after the halving. So yes guys, I expect that we're going to stay within this range, because yes, this would be the best manipulation that we could see in the markets, that the price of Bitcoin is going to show us bearish signs and that everybody is selling the Bitcoin exactly here in this major accumulation phase, where BlackRock entered exactly here, exactly the high, the swing high of Bitcoin. So what can we expect? Yes, a lot of people anticipating this dump all the way back down. And what is Bitcoin going to do? Yes, Bitcoin is going to do the opposite. We're maybe going to see the start of this dump all the way to the 23.6, where a lot of people lose hope and sell the Bitcoin exactly here. And what is going to happen? Yes, BlackRock is going to buy up all these Bitcoins. We're going to see this massive pump breaking the 61.8 and ranging within this major range just before the halving that I told you is going to be the most likely scenario, that we're going to see that yes, we're going to stay exactly within this range, see a sideways consolidation or a bullish move towards the halving and this parabolic run with this major FOMO and the beginning of the mass adoption of Bitcoin, because yes, the major manipulation has started. BlackRock is going to manipulate the prices and we could expect that yes, Bitcoin is going to do exactly the opposite. So yes, I'm not turning bearish exactly here. I could expect that this is the bottom for Bitcoin. Yes, maybe we could expect one more dump all the way back to the 23.6, but ultimately guys, this looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin, because if we're going to look at this bounce exactly from the 100 moving average on the daily chart, this is extremely bullish, and we saw this pump and we can see that Bitcoin formed a higher high, and this would just perfectly be a higher low, and that we could expect this continuation even higher. So ultimately guys, I'm staying bullish, and if you want to find out more what is going to happen in the crypto space or how to earn passive income, make sure to subscribe, smash up the like button, and make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.